Hello. I will now paraphrase the following CNN article. Gunmen stormed a hotel in the Somali capital of Mogadishu on Saturday, today, after detonating a car filled with explosives at the hospital gate. An attack that has left at least 15 people dead and 25 others injured, police said. Following the car explosion, someone blew themselves up inside the Nasho Hablad hotel as gunmen stormed the building, Somali police captain Adine Dahir said. Police responded and engaged in a gun battle with the suspects for several hours, Dahir said. The Islamist military group Al-Shabaab, Shabab, I don't know, I tried, claimed responsibility for the attack on its main broadcaster, Radio Andalaz. Most of those killed and injured were civilians who were passerbys and customers of nearby shops and a gas station, police said. The hotel is frequented by Somali government officials, lawmakers, and security officers, Dahir said. Video on Twitter showed an ambulance, sirens beating, speeding away from the scene amid the sound of gunfire. So, the first thing I took away from this, obviously, is the tragedy of 15 people losing their lives. The other part of this that kind of stood out to me, because we get to a point where we're so incensed by violence in our society, was the idea that these gunmen were really firing back at these officers for hours and hours and hours, as it states here. And I guess that just kind of seems surprising only due to the amount of ammunition I would imagine both sides to have. I mean, I've heard of standoffs lasting for an hour at most, but this, I can't picture it, and I don't know what all they were packing or how thorough they were in their just artillery. But if that's really the case, as they describe here, that's something I've certainly never been able to comprehend. Just the idea that they're over there for that long, and I'm kind of laughing a little bit because it just, I need something to take away the continued disillusion I have with people abroad and the acts of violence and how they correlate to the stuff we have over here. Today is June 25th. It's been, what, almost 2 weeks, 13 days since that Orlando shooting. And we as a world, have learned nothing. We've certainly not learned it on a foreign level. And I have another video I'm planning on doing that is going to address another shooting that took place today. So it just proves again that we really are not progressing in this at all. Now, they mentioned someone inside there set a bomb off, and if that's the case, that was a case, no pun intended, of suicide or death by suicide with the use of some explosive. And we've seen that commonly with different terrorist attacks. And I guess I'm so used to just hearing about it over here that it kind of surprises me they would even take it over there, just due to the frequency of reports that come about in the days often after these shootings take place, such as the investigation we had in Orlando, where you just kind of see things getting covered. And that leaves me a little optimistic because maybe we might find out a little bit more about this story as time goes on. I don't know. But I'm still just reacting to this with sort of a disillusionment. I mean, when you wake up in the morning and the first thing you see is 23 people dead in flooding in Virginia, which I didn't address in the video, but I'm just mentioning that now. 15 people killed in Mogadishu. It just, what hope is there for humanity? At least for some of the people in humanity. And the Virginia thing's different, obviously, because that wasn't a shooting. But how many people have to die before we get to a point where we just establish a better control? Natural disasters, which was the case with the Virginia thing, it's sad, but we're having higher death tolls, unfortunately, with weapons. And no one's saying ban all guns. No one's, honestly, I'm so disillusioned with gun control. I've switched to a more conservative position of just letting anybody have any weapon you want, and then focusing on protecting yourself with different tools or different instruments, if that makes any sense. Which I think it does, but whatever. But yeah, this story is certainly disillusioning, and I hope that it doesn't happen again. Even though I'm getting a little grim in my view of the situation over there. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.